What's up, baseball glove buddies? Dave Wagner, Wagner Baseball Glove Repair, and the first of a three-part series on the 2022 baseball and softball gloves to buy or to avoid. Now, I want to be careful and explain what I'm going to do here. First video is going to be a little bit of an intro. It's actually going to be labeled as kind of entry level, and there's a reason. Here's who I am really quick, and I know I'm going to kind of go fast. Dave Wagner. I fix baseball gloves. I have for about 25 years. I'm kind of the guy who originated the idea of rebuilding an entire glove to break it in. A few guys do that now, and I'm grateful they do. But I've had good success in performance modification, so making something that's okay better, and that can go for a cheaper glove or an expensive glove. So I work on the gloves that are $40, gloves that are $600, just whatever comes by. I work on probably $300 to $700 a year, depending on the year. And my basic thing when I do videos like this is to tell you the truth. Nobody pays for these videos. I don't accept any money from anybody. I buy all my products. I don't get, special deals from manufacturers, nothing like that. I want you to know that I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, and all the videos are based on thousands and thousands of rebuilds. So think of it like you're talking to a mechanic. You're not talking to a salesman, because I'm not going to sell you anything. I don't sell gloves. I never have. So this first video is going to be kind of a basic idea, and that is gloves, brands to purchase. The second will be models to purchase. And the third will be kind of a hodgepodge, random models from a certain brand that normally you wouldn't buy from, and so forth. Also fast pitch, slow pitch. Okay, so first is general brands to buy. Second is some ideas about what models to buy from those brands, and the third would be kind of a hodgepodge and fast pitch, slow pitch. Okay, so first video here. Basically, if I say this brand, you should purchase it generally. There are exceptions, okay? And that's maybe why you want to watch number 2, which will tell you which models among these brands to purchase. Generally, you are going to do pretty well if you purchase any one of these 3 brands: Wilson, Rawlings, Mizuno. 3. They're called the big 3. Those 3 brands combined make up 75 to 85% of all Major League Baseball players as far as what they're using. There are other smaller companies, but those 3, if you walk into a store and you look for a brand to buy and you're like, I want to make this easy on myself, what are brands that are generally the most reliable? Rawlings, Wilson, Mizuno. That's it. I'm not listing them in any order. I'm just saying the names. This is not a bash video, so I'm not going to talk about companies I don't like. But I'm trying to make it simple. Entry-level video. If it's a Rawlings, Mizuno, or Wilson, good chance that you're going to get some pretty good action out of it. And the reason why is these companies have been working on baseball glove designs for between 60 and 120 years. Okay? A lot has happened in 120 years. I get it. But they have the most experience. The patterns, that means how they place the gloves together. They cut all the parts out independently, how they sew them. Those ideas and patterns have been tested at the major league level for decades. So that means they're more reliable as far as how they'll feel from glove to glove. Okay? Those 3 brands do that really well. Other things you may notice is those 3 brands buy the lion's share of the finest leather available in the world. This is a money business. They use clout and they get what they want. So in those 3 gloves, if you're looking at a pro line glove, and when I say pro line, I'll give you some ideas. Wilson makes 2 pro line brand or model lines, the A2000, the A2K. Rawlings makes a couple as well, the Heart of the Hide, the Pro Preferred. Once in a while, they'll throw in a limited edition run of something else, but in general, those 2, Heart of the Hide and Pro Preferred, are there every year and are reliably pretty good. Mizuno changes their names once in a while, but the classic Pro, that's a good one. They play around, like I said, they play around with the names. So limited Pro, depending on the year. They basically make 2 high-end brands a year. There's about a $300 and a $450. And that's how it works with Wilson, Rawlings, and Mizuno. You expect about a $280 glove, a $380 glove, and those are two top selling model lines, okay? So if you hear A2K, A2000, Pro Preferred, Heart of the Hide, Limited Pro, Classic Pro, SE, you're looking at a very high-end glove whose patterns have been tested at the major league level and whose patterns have been worked on for decades. So you're going to get a glove where the pieces are fitted together pretty well, and they've got a lot of advisory staff that are going to help them make the best possible performing item. That's why I always suggest people look at those three brands and pretty much avoid anything else. There are a few models from different companies that I think are very good, and I'll talk about it in video too. But if you're not sure what to do, those three brands should have something to fit you and your budget. All of them will offer taper fits or smaller gloves for younger hands. Rawlings offers more than probably Wilson or Mizuno, but they all do offer them. They are also all available in their higher end variants in custom setups. So you can buy a glove with your name, a flag, a saying, a Bible verse, a symbol, whatever you like embroidered or patched on. Okay, so they'll all offer custom options, but when you buy a custom from them, you're getting the decades of research and development along with the name and so forth. So first video, pretty much wrapping up. If you are looking to buy a glove and you don't know anything about gloves, Rawlings, Wilson, Mizuno, stick in these three brands and you'll do well. I'm not bashing other brands. I just would never recommend to a person who doesn't know anything about gloves looking anywhere else. If you cannot find something in those three brands, I don't know what exactly you're looking for. So there's your first video. So the first of the three videos is brands to stick with, okay? And hopefully that was not too long and easy to understand. And now maybe you understand why those brands are preferred. Yeah, they may cost more. That's okay. You know, a Mercedes is going to cost more than a Toyota. Is it worth it? Tough to say, right? But the pieces that are used are going to be a little higher quality, and the expertise is going to be maybe just a little bit nicer on the higher end brand of car. Same thing with gloves. So when you hear someone saying it's just as good as a Heart of the Hide, it isn't, because it isn't a Heart of the Hide. It's just as good as an A2K. No, it's not. I would know. I'm not selling you anything. It's not. So stick with those big three and you will generally do quite well. So that's it for now. Video number 2, models from specific brands that are really good. There you have it. Make it a lovely day.